Markets are usually a good way to organize economic activity. What do you mean by market? Market, if you put it in a simple way, it's a group of buyers and sellers. It's maybe not need to be in a single location, especially now. Now, with, as you can see, you are here, for example, in a country such as, let's say, Kuwait, and you want to buy. You have a market, virtual market, let's say Amazon or any other application. You can buy from anywhere in the world. So it doesn't have to be in a single location. But sometimes you go to a market, physical market, let's say Avenues Mall or any other mall. This is a market where buyers and sellers, they are located in a single location. But generally speaking, it doesn't have to be in a single location. So a market is a good way to organize the economic activity. What we mean by economic activity is mean buying and selling, selling. So here, organizing economic activity means determining what goods to produce, how to produce them, how much of each to produce, and who gets them. Because this will make, regulate supply and demand in the markets. Many countries that once had centrally planned economies have abandoned this system for market economies. What we mean by centrally planned economies, that it's a closed economy. They don't trade with other countries. They don't make their market open for import and export. And what is the result? Their market economy, or the economy of the market, was not very efficient, was not very productive. As we mentioned in Principle 5, trade can make everyone better off. You don't trade with other countries, in this case, you are not using the best of your resources. And you are spending a lot of money, you are wasting a lot of money in producing goods that maybe you can buy from other countries that these goods are cheaper. So a market economy, the opposite of central plan economy, is a market economy, which means we want to allocate resources or use the resources through the decentralized decisions of many households and firms as they interact in the market. So an example of this, let's say, for example, vegetables and fruits, mobiles, and so forth. If we make it a market economy, which means we open the market for import and export, you will see many suppliers and many buyers, they interact, they have a competition with each other. This competition is good for the market. Why? Because customers, they can find the best price for themselves. Imagine you want to buy a mobile now in Kuwait. You don't have to go to one place to buy the mobile. You can go to many places. You can go to many shops, maybe even to check online for the price. And in this case, you can make the best decision to buy the mobile with the best price. So this is what you mean by market economy. The government allows people to interact with each other. They allow them to, sell with the best price, buy with the best price, interact between buyers and sellers, not only in one location, but in different locations. Probably the main person, the main scholar who discussed this is the godfather of economy, Adam Smith, in his book, The Wealth of Nations. The Wealth of Nations. Each of these households, what I mean by households here, people, families, and firms. And later on, inshallah, we'll talk about the flow of the economy, the model of economy between households and firms. But now, put in your mind what I mean by households here: people who buy, customers. Each of these households or people and firms acts as if they led by an invisible hand to promote general economic well-being. We will discuss this more about invisible hand. But what we mean here by invisible hand, when people interact with each other and there is open market, in this case, people, they try to find the best of their interest. They will try to find the best prices, Also, firms, they will try to supply these goods to the best of their interest, where they reach what we call it later on the equilibrium. So the invisible hand works through the price system. So whenever we talk about invisible hand, bear in your mind we are talking about the price. We're talking about the price system. The interaction of buyers and sellers determines prices, supply and demand. Inshallah, we'll discuss more about it later on. Each price reflects the goods value to buyers and the cost of producing the good. So the price that is in the market, it is a reflection to the value of the good to buyers and the cost of producing to the good for the supplier, to the seller. The prices, again, we talk about prices here, it is very attached to the invisible hand. Prices guide self-interested households and firms to make decisions that in many cases maximize society's economic being. So this open market, this invisible hand, the way we open the market, the way buyers and sellers, they decide to interact with each other in regards to the value of the goods, will maximize the productivity of the society, and eventually we will reach a better economic well-being.